How's it, everybody? It's Ulu. What's up? How's it, everybody? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a good night, morning. Is it morning? It is. It's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, I hope everybody who is working out their night shift like I do. I hope you guys having a good evening. Hope you guys had a great evening if you got off. If it's your night off, then I hope you enjoy kicking back and relaxing like me. I want to make me another one. This one is watered down. Ready for a fresh one. I'm back. Yes, this is my version of a frappuccino. Just regular coffee frappuccino. Vanilla. Vanilla. I'm just learning how to use my frother and different types of milk. Okay, because I don't do dairy. So, I mean, I lied. I do dairy, but I don't do milk, cow's milk. I will eat some cheese, but I think I'm kind of lactose, you know? So, this is all oat milk. And I probably would have used oat milk for the froth and almond milk for the bottom for the regular milk, but we ran out, so it's all oat milk and coffee and vanilla extract and a few packets of sweetener. That's it. Anyways, aloha. So, lately I've been very interactive with um, TikToks and on YouTube. And yeah, I've been really interacting online. And it's kind of nice because, most people just kind of watch the videos and, a lot of people don't want to comment because I used to be like that before. But I'm starting to interact, and it's kind of cool to to see people who agree with what you say and to see people that don't agree with what you say. There's a couple things that I'd like to talk about in my post tonight, and yeah, it's things that I've been seeing, and I wanted to kind of give my thoughts on some of these topics, and because and I've commented on these topics and on these videos and these TikToks. Um, the first one that I would like to talk about is um, Lost in Phoenix on YouTube. I've subscribed to their channel, and for I've been watching that channel for a few months now, and at that time when I started watching it, one of the first videos that I saw was Martin, or Jonathan, aka Martin, and Art, the owner of that channel, would visit Martin and check on him. And Martin started to get a fan base, and people cared about him. People would donate money for food. Somebody got him a wheelchair. So, anyways, okay, so Martin was homeless, and he was a drug addict. He was addicted to blue, and I do believe it's fentanyl. Um, Gosh, I've learned a lot from watching Art, and you know, I used to think, gosh, when I first saw him, I was thinking, yeah, he's gonna go get better. He's gonna go get better. But you know what? I realized after watching him a few times, more than a few times, that he was never, ever, ever gonna go get help. He did, however, go to a hotel room that Art got him. He did, however, go to the hospital, but then he escaped from the hospital. He was saying, he would say stuff like, I'm gonna get things in order, I'm gonna get things in order before I go and get help, but that's gonna come soon, hopefully today, like things like that. And you know Art used to tell him, when are you going to go, when is things gonna get in order? And I realize that he was just not just addicted to the drug, but he was in bondage. It was something that held him bondage to. And I'm not gonna get too spiritual, but um later on in the topics that I talk about, I'm gonna get spiritual because I'm gonna talk about a video that's gonna show something. But it just kind of made me feel like I was experiencing that with him. Not the drug addiction, but the bondage. And it's the same type of um, connecting to negative energies around you, you know? And I do believe that in the end, yes, and Martin did pass away. He ended up, after watching him for a few months, a couple months, maybe going on to 3, he ended up finally going to the hospital, and it was because he couldn't breathe. And unfortunately, he passed away. But I do believe that that's what he wanted to do, because one of the first interviews that I watched of him, he said that if anything, he wants his videos and his story to reach people so that they can see what the drug addiction does to them. And he wants to be um, not an example, but pretty much a real life situation to where you can end up in death the way he did. But with that said, I do believe that inside his heart he was pure and his intentions were good. I feel like he knew that he couldn't fight this will, but what he could do was and because he said that he needed to go to the hospital. He needed hospice. That's what he wanted. He needed hospice because that's what he said he needs. I need hospice. I remember that was in one of the first interviews. Um and it just is so sad that we have come to this kind of um it's an everyday normal sight to see, even back home in Hawaii where I'm from. The 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 ice epidemic there in my little small town, it's heavy. It's heavy there. It really is. And so it's not just in the cities, it's also in the countries. And in the sweet tropical island paradise of Hawaii, we have a crisis going on with our youth who are getting addicted to also fentanyl as well already. And adults, young adults. And it's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous that it is just spreading like wildfire all over, you know? It's too, it's crazy. It is. Another TikTok that I wanted to talk about. What was that? Did you hear that? Another thing that I wanted to talk about was I saw this TikTok about this lady. She in Dallas, Texas. She was in Walmart. I'm assuming that was her husband or her other half. And she, I guess, I don't know, I cannot make out why she did it, what happened before the camera started recording her, what she was doing, how she was behaving. But she picked up a carton of milk, emptied it out on the floor. I'm sure everybody has seen that. And it was like the guy, her other half or her spouse or whatever, boyfriend, was like, "Why are you doing that? What's wrong with you? What? Something?" It sounded like she got busted trying to steal, and then she got pissed off. So because she got busted, right, trying to steal, she decided to retaliate against the Walmart employees. Well, anyways, they continued escorting her out. She emptied the whole carton of milk onto the floor. Now, with that is mental instability. That is blocking her femininity. That is high masculinity. That is anokiainity. No, really, she doesn't care, because the way she was swearing and everything. At first, I was thinking maybe she's really like mentally unstable, or like mental disability or something. But no, she was swearing up a storm and calling the lady one B and everything, and she's just walking out, and she had keys. And I watched that video over and over because I'm just watching her. And in observance of what she was wearing, she had on house slippers. Okay, she had her bonnet on. Okay, and then she had one onesie. It looked like a onesie, shorts outfit onesie, or maybe it was on top of her. But anyway, her booty was out. She had a shapely body, fat booty, everything, and walking like that, thick legs, whatever. But the damn, her outfit was Rugrats. Okay, I I used to love Rugrats. Okay, my son had one Rugrat um bedding set, comforter. Okay, and I used to watch Rugrats with him all the time. But this is a grown ass woman dressed up with her house slippers and her bonnet and her, and maybe she felt comfortable. But it reminded me of my interview that I had with Ramia, lovely Ramia, and we were talking about femininity. I feel like, when women don't put time and effort into making themselves look good, and it goes along with your how you feel, not, and yes, not all the time women feel are 100, but as women who are in our feminine energy should be investing into ourselves, even if it's a little bit of makeup, even if it's a little bit of just taking care of yourself, giving yourself a pedicure or going to get one, a manicure. I don't do my nails. um massage. I don't know, whatever. But even if you don't do those things, you should be trying to make yourself feel good. You should be trying to make yourself feel good, and to be looking good. Because I know when I go outside of my house and I don't feel like dressing up, I don't want to talk to nobody. And honestly, and it's not that you're trying to be vain or whatever. It's because when I am dolled up a little bit, I feel better. I feel like I am exercising my feminine energy. Now, a woman who is blocking her feminine energy with the masculine, of course, she's gonna be foul mouthed, swearing, ratchet, whatever, etc. all that whatever kind words to describe that she's not acting properly as a young lady. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can be a tough young lady, but you don't have to be raunchy, you know? And honestly, if that was me, then I saw myself on TikTok. Oh Lord, I would be like, I am so sorry. I would be going to the Walmart and be like, I'm so sorry. Sorry, I was acting like that. Some shame. Yeah, be embarrassed. I don't like that type of situations in public. You know what I mean? Because you shouldn't be acting like that. Come on, we gotta keep peace. As Ramia said, we are the healers. Something's wrong. Something's going wrong in the world right now. So we have to put work into it to heal people. Because we are the healers. We are. We're the nurturers. We're the comforters. We're the softness. We're the whispering words of caring and love and thoughtfulness and kindness. No, I'm not saying that I'm like that all the time myself, because I can get myself out of character. I can allow somebody to get myself out of character, but I also have to always do an attitude adjustment all the time. For real. For real. I always have to give myself an attitude adjustment. For real. That's why I do my hair and I put makeup on if I want to. I guess you can say that because I used to be, proud of the fact that I used to say, oh, I don't use foundation. I don't, but you know what? I've been kind of experimenting because I've been watching those TikToks and my daughter kind of gives me pointers on how to use a beauty blender. Um, what is the primer for? Because one time I put primer on my face and I never put foundation and I went to work and I had white flakes all over it. We learning over here, okay? It's called classes in session. Okay. Anyways, all that to say that we as women, we can block our own feminine energy by not putting time into ourselves, not doing things that making us feel good, and not looking decent when we go outdoors. And not saying that all women who dress or who don't dress when they go out act that way, but it sure is part of some people's um, what drives them to be that way. You know, um, not everybody is like that, but at some point, you gotta question yourself, like how many, like Ramia said, how many bad days are you gonna have? You know, like really, how many bad days? Because she was obviously having a bad day, because she wanted to steal. That's the take that I got, okay, from the TikTok video, was that she wanted to steal. She got in trouble, and so she was pissed off. Like, in the first place, why the heck did you want to steal? You know what I mean? Another thing that I wanted to talk about is kind of okay, so yeah, I know I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful because you know why? I'm not here to preach. I'm not here, like I always say, I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. I'm not here to, judge anybody on, especially on their spiritual walk. Because everybody has a spiritual walk. Nobody is without a spiritual walk. Okay, whether you know it or not, you have a spiritual journey. Okay, in your life as a person, as a human being. So I was on Instagram and across my feed came this post And this guy, he had a surveillance camera in his driveway, and his neighbor, I do believe that they called him Billy. The guy called him Billy, lived across the street, and so he says, watch the porch light come on across the street. So he saw the porch light come on across the street, and he saw his neighbor coming across the street to his driveway, went into his car and stole stuff out of his car. While that was happening, there was a little figure that just appeared out of nowhere on the grass part from the porch and went to the driveway. And while Billy was in the car taking the stuff, that little figure stopped at the driveway and was waiting. And then Billy started running down the street, and that little figure chased him. Now, they say that ancestors protect their descendants or spirits and demons. I, for one, and I could say nothing else, nothing about the ancestor thing, because it's not going to be a debate. I just talking about what I believe. That right there, that little figure, came out of Billy's house. That thing lives with Billy every single day of his life. Now, whether Billy knows it or not, he is influenced by that little spirit thing, figure, which is not a physical, tangible thing. It is definitely part of the elements. You know, definitely part of the elements that, with the other elements that walk the face of this earth. And to see that thing stop, it was like a size of a little kid to me, like a little tiny little, like a 5, 6, 7-year-old. You know, it was like a 5, 6, 7-year-old that was waiting for that thing. Yeah, and it's kind of crazy to see that. Oh my, it's gone. I can't drink anymore, or else I will not go to bed. Good old Vi. See, with that, spirits, they live with you, they get into your mind, they make you think delusional, crazy thoughts. They're with you all the time. And that's what I noticed about the video, is that that little thing came out of the house too. Came out of the house with Billy and waited for Billy to do what he wanted. It's not even a big thing, really, stealing, when you think about it, as compared to murder, but guess what? A sin is a sin is a sin is a sin. That's it. That is it. But even as minute it may seem to extreme spiritual warfare, but that could be extreme too, because probably Brother don't even know why he like him, why he like doing him. He just, that's all he think about. Why? Because that little thing living with him 24/7. 24/7. That thing is on him. Do this, do that. You know what I mean? You ain't shit if you don't do this. You're nothing. Why you scared? That just feeding your mind with stupid stuff. Yes, every minute, every second, yeah. You know what you can do? There's stuff inside the car. Go get it. Go get it, because you want it. You need it. You want it. I don't even know if the brother knew if there was anything in there, or what was in there rather. But the whole point of that is is that, you know what? That's why we have to pray for protection over ourselves. Whether you believe in a higher power or not, whether you believe that God is the higher power or not, that's your choice. Like I said, no judgment here, no forcing of denominations or, you know, of choice or what Christianity, whatever, Catholic, Buddha, whatever. However your spiritual walk is your spiritual walk. Main thing you know what your spiritual walk is. Yeah, what you choose, how you choose to live. And if it's of goodness, then let it be of goodness. You know what I mean? Don't have to explain nothing to nobody. But I'm gonna be honest. It I mean, I cannot say anything else. And the reason is because I've experienced those kinds of things, and many people have experienced those kinds of things. It's very, very scary. It's very scary. So we gotta make sure that we're giving goodness to everybody around us, however you look at it. If you don't believe in God, whatever, just goodness. Because what I believe is it doesn't matter what I believe to anybody, really, because everybody has their own spiritual walk. It's not in my place to judge or whatever. I can only, if I wanted to really preach to somebody about the goodness of my Lord, guess what? I'm going to do good things for sure. That this is how my God works, you know? By doing nice things, by being kind, by being helpful, thoughtful, loving, caring, you know, peaceful, non-confrontational, stuff like that. And sometimes, as human beings, we love confrontation. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. So I don't know. That right there is crazy. Craziness. Yeah, so those are my thoughts for tonight. And yeah, go ahead, subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Or share if you've seen the videos of Martin and the Walmart lady with the Rugrats and the milk. And if you've also seen the video on Instagram of Brada stealing from the cop. But yeah, share with me what your thoughts are, and yeah, I'd like to have a discussion about it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Share it. Aloha, mahalo for watching. Hope you guys have a good night, and have a good one. Kidding. Catch you later. Aloha. I just replayed my last little clip, and I said I hope you guys have a good night and have a good one. Those mean two different things, okay? Maybe some of you may not understand what it is. So I said have a good night. Hope your evening is good. Have a good one means overall enjoy, have blessings. You know, hope all good things come to you, and you know, happy holidays, Melekaliki Maka, Haoli Maka Ikiho, you know, all those things, because it's all coming around. Christmas is coming and the New Year's is coming. 2024 is coming, you guys. So I hope you guys have a good one, okay? Take it easy and be safe, okay? Ahoy ho.